Knowledge, wisdom, and deep thought. I think I know where those are. And the stream's up and running. Hi everybody, it's Big Ed Mustafa. I will be filling in for AllupEnya tonight. He had something else to do, so I graciously agreed to fill in for him. He was hoping to find a good streamer to do it, but you got me instead. So thanks for popping in and coming along for the ride. Glad to have you with us tonight. And my Hobbit present was a large pile of copper scraps. Nobody managed to put that into the chat as a guest, so I don't have to give the free car away this week. Hopefully another night. That's what I'm all about, is big money prizes. That's why literally handfuls of people wander into my streams by accident occasionally. The excitement is palpable. So if you ever wanted to buy Durin's beard, you can actually come here to take a look at it. There it is. And that's my goat's butt also. We'll grab some Skarn. Since I'm not playing with Dio Papa tonight, I might actually be able to pick up some crafting materials. That'll be a nice change of pace. And I'm an armor smith, so I don't think I care about the whetstone. Still, it seems a shame to throw it away. But let's face it, pack space is pack space.
Answer.
Oh, you can't be on. Go ahead and drop off a sound.
Oh.
Talk to you later. That was a nice way to start the stream. We are firing off the fireworks. I need the pack space. And we're back up to 4 free pack spaces. That is spectacular. Plus, now we have room for more Skarn. Geeks Tour, howdy! How are you doing tonight? My night's going good. I've had a pretty terrific day so far. Enjoying one of my last days of freedom before I have to go back to the grind at work. But, got a fairly decent start to the day. Went out to the flying field, had lunch with a bunch of the old retired guys. They were grilling out hot dogs and brats today. Always a happy thing. And then swung by the hobby store, picked up some stuff I needed for my airplane junk. And went and caught Deadpool 2 today. That was highly amusing. And then I got home and had a note from Allup saying, hey, you want to cover my stream? So here I am. Nettlebrew, howdy. Good to see you, sir. Feckless checking in. Hi, Feckless. How are you? It's good to have you back streaming Lotro again. Was delighted to catch your stream the other day. Tired. Well, hopefully I'm only going to stream for 5 or 6 hours. Mandate hasn't already gone out the window. I'd hate to think that you're recovering from another 23-hour bender. It's easy to do, though. I've told the story before, but I'm an old guy, so repeating my stories is something I like to do. My very first MMO was also by the folks who developed Lotro. Asheron's Call was a Turbine Games endeavor. In fact, their initial launch, the game that started the company. And I bought it, I think it was December of '99, and I hadn't played an MMO before. EverQuest and oh, don't blank on the other name. Ultima Online had been out for a while, and Meridian 59 had been around. I don't want to go that way, not played any of those, and I bought Asheron's Call. I was kind of excited about it, and I don't even remember. I had something I was going to go do that night, and I got home and I installed the game. And I remember thinking, you know what, I'm just going to boot it up and just take a look around real quick, and then I'm going to go off and do whatever I was going to do. I was going to go out and meet some friends at the bar or something. And I booted that game, and I took one look at the game world and other players running around, and it was just so exciting. It was the next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I think my very first time I booted an MMO, it was like an 8-hour marathon. And that was without even knowing what I was doing. It was super fun. Gravity, howdy! Just a little. Well, hopefully you'll get right back up on the wagon there, Feckless. What howdy? We went out and did some roving threats on Arkenstone last night, and Wood joined us. That was a lot of fun. If I can make this jump, I managed to not die horribly, so that's a pretty good start. Ooh, a mirror. You poor thing, sorry it's hot. Got a message from Allup. He asked me to cover his stream tonight. She'll figure that out. Alright. Hopefully that'll placate Mrs. Mustafa long enough for me to continue here. That's okay. Being lost in Middle-earth is something that a lot of people have problems with. In fact, you didn't have nearly the problem. We used to adventure every Friday with the Cookie Mama, and trying to keep that group together was always a full-time job, so you did just fine. It was not a problem. This is another old strongbox, Chamber of Wisdom. I'm glad Gravity's here. I was hoping to see a few more faces from the Raiders of the Lost Orcs here. Hopefully we can get a group together and do something fun tonight. If Maiden of Rohan or Joe Haynes or Delarfin or Mary Rose or anybody else pops by, we'll see if we can't get something else cooking. Let all the denizens of Moria quake in my presence, for I am Dire Dan, Lord of Streams. I have maxed out my fishing proficiency, and am one of the finest anglers in all of Middle-earth. Well, I sure hope this is the Chamber of Deep Thoughts I'm thinking of up here off to the left. This was a long ride if I'm not in the right place. Dun dun dun. There it is, the old strong box. Thank goodness. Historical records to Bosie. Sky version, howdy. How are you doing? Welcome back. Bum 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 bum. Not bad, man. Thank you. The follow is appreciated, by the way. Not a problem. If you're following me, I'm probably following you. I like to keep track of what everybody else has going on in the Twitch community. The truth be known, there's probably a fair number of nights where I'd rather watch you guys than have you watch me, so... it's a lot of fun to just hang out and chillax and maybe play while I'm watching, you know, Feckless or Nettlebrew or AllupEnya or Gravity or whoever else might be streaming. So, it's just fun to hang out and chat, and I don't always have to have the camera on me, and I think we'd all agree the world's better off if that's not the case most of the time. So, I've got a face for radio and a voice for silent movies, but I try to make do. There's who I'm supposed to talk to.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
Then we'll go see Bosie. Also, I'm a little bit excited. I don't know if Gravity noticed the message or not, but there are rumors of indications that maybe Zinger might start playing video games again. So, it'll be fun to talk to him. Hopefully he'll be back in the game here in the not too distant future. And for those of you who haven't played through Moria yet, the whole key to really enjoying it and having fun is just spend about 6 months wandering around lost inside of here until you memorize every corridor and the path to every important location. You'll still get lost from time to time, but eventually you will have fun questing through here. Maybe on your, I don't know, 2nd or 5th or 18th time through. But once you don't feel lost all the time, then it's like, wow, Moria is really cool. I like it here. I'll never forget the first time I brought Galandriel, my champion, through here, and it was like, please, please let me find the door out of here. Please get me out of Moria. It sucks more than anything has ever sucked before. And then you walk out into the daylight of the Dimral Dale, and you're just like, it's so beautiful. I never want to go into another cave. And then the elves send you back in. So, what can you do?
None of this seems useful, friend. Except... Oh, now wait a moment!
Mitigations, Vitality and Fate, plus Resistance, or... Might, Agility, Vitality, Block, Parry, and Evade. That's pretty useful, but not as useful as my Veteran Vanguard's Enduring Token. Also, if you're not doing epic battles, the jewelry that drops from epic battle completion is awesome. Lexicon, welcome! You think you get lost in Moria, wait till the green wood. Wood still hates Moria. Good to be seen, Lexicon. Glad you're here. Another Lotro streamer on occasion. I don't have enough room to do that. I gotta sell junk.
Would that we could procure a trophy from Durin's Bane.
Would that we could. Ah, good heavens. That was Mrs. Mustafa. I have terrific news. She has not broken her shoulder, so we're all very excited about that. She's out shooting baseball picks and should be back in touch soon. So, Junk Lime, Aquamarine.
None of this seems useful, friend. Except... Oh, now wait a moment! This record tells of a mighty axe, Ziegelberg, forged at the heart of fire.
TP Manus in the house. Allup looks different tonight. You need to eat a Snickers? Right? Huh? It's like a super skinny, extra charming Allup who got prettier overnight. Good to see you, my friend. It says bring the dusty pages to Bosi. And I've got the dusty pages and I'm talking to Bosi. And he won't take the pages. That's really annoying. Alright, let's see what we got for quests. 39 of 47. Silvertine loads. Let's queue those up because I'm not too far from there. Quest in Durin's Way. A small room off the eastern side. But he's not. Now he's over here. Bosi is literally in two places at once. Oh, that's Bori. Okay. I need to read better. Any thoughts on today's changes? Sky version, I gotta be honest, I normally just play them as they make them, and I was updating and I saw they posted new notes, and you know, maybe this isn't what you want to hear from somebody on the stream team, but the game's the game. I literally just log in and play. I don't get too worked up about most of the changes and don't even pay that much attention. The only thing I know for sure, having played a few MMOs prior to this one, is that, it'll change. I mean, that's what game developers do. Players will complain and developers will change things and try to make it better, and some people like the changes and some people won't. And if you're part of the class that gets nerfed, then, you know, that's just it sucks, but that's part of the MMO world, is to have stuff moved around and altered. And I know there's a lot of salty hunters running around, but it's a good point of conversation. What do you guys think about the changes? I haven't actually read the update notice, so tell me what's going on. I rely on you guys to feed me information anyway. If I were the expert, we'd all be in trouble. Anybody who comes to watch me stream so they can pick my brain and get expert advice obviously hasn't seen me stream before, so I have a few thoughts and ideas now and then, but they're usually not good ones, so. Not that way. I know the Silvertine loads are around here somewhere. I go back up around the corner and down. Have every class, I'm always nerfed. Yeah. I play just about everything too. Now entering the Great Delving. Watch your step here. Long fall right there. I wonder if that's one of the 7 places that unlocks the Blind Leaper deed. There are 2 hidden deeds here in Moria, of which I'm aware, one of which is Well Traveled, which I have accomplished on Dire Dan, and Blind Leaper, which I have not. And I went the wrong direction somewhere. I think maybe to get to the Silvertine loads I need to go the other direction anyway. So this probably isn't wrong. Oh, now I'm a Blind Leaper. That was the wrong turn. And that little tell probably indicates that I just got my first of 7 for Blind Leaper. I'd have just bet money there were stairs there. That's my problem. I gotta pay attention to where I'm riding. I can't be reading the update notice. So, there you go. Spammed. Deathman, how are you? It's your favorite kind of AllupEnya stream. Just Jabers, thank you for hosting. There's another Ed that can only be got from drinking the Moria keg. Hate your phone? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I had to pick up that call from Mrs. Mustafa because if I don't answer, she'll just keep calling until I finally break down and pick up. That woman is relentless. Grog Bog. Light lamps along the winding path. Where's that? The pit? How did I miss 2 lamps? I'm a bad adventurer. Yeah, I put off getting a cell phone until one of my bosses one day was like, you have to get a cell phone. It's like, I don't want a cell phone. You have to go get a cell phone. So I went and got a cell phone. Is that elite point in the hole up ahead? I'm not going to try to get all 7 of them. That one was pure accident. Here's a lamp. Can I say, sometimes I just get lucky. I watched the Girls of Middle-earth actually going around trying to do that deed as a group, and they're having a hard time finding exactly the right spots to jump off of some of the ledges. It was pretty funny. Does that look like maybe there's a secret door there? I wonder. Not that one. The Forgotten Treasury. Did he pay for it? Yeah, they paid for the monthly bill. And actually my phone now is company paid for and company provided. Otherwise, I'm too cheap to buy an iPhone myself. Our company wanted to standardize on the iPhones. They didn't have to support a bunch of different Android devices, but they only give us the cheapest iPhone they can possibly buy at any given time. So I upgraded from a 5C to an SE not too long ago. It's a much better phone. And of course, when they buy them, they buy only the worst configurations. My 5C would have been okay, except it wasn't upgradable to iOS 11, and it only had 8 gigs of storage. And I'll let you in on a clue, that's actually not enough. Let's see if I've got a halberd on me somewhere. I could kill this dude with a fishing pole, but it could take some time. Boot to the groin, call Cupid, yell at him, put the mark on him, and that all buys me time to go, where did I put my halberd? This might be it. Nope. That one? Nope. That one? Nope. There we go. He finally died. That's my halberd. Leveling up disabled because I didn't have it equipped. Alright, somewhere there's one more lamp I need to find. It's irritating. That's not the one. Seems to be indicating it's up that way. Oh good, another scout to fight. Pretty sure you can't buy a phone now with only 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah. And they never should have made them to begin with. It was a stupid phone.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The
Oh, I
orcs
got
have
the last
surely
lamp.
ruined it.
Okay. That's a good deal. What else do we have for fun? Find the ancient city. Scout the intact passage. I can do that. You can, TP Manus. Maybe use the handy search box, Ed. Quick slot weapon for the win. See? You guys tell me all this stuff I would never think of. I like the idea of just fumbling around for my weapon until it turns up and I just let my archer kill stuff while I'm fumbling around. Oh, the rail's not intact, but the passage is. There's a peculiar sense of dread hanging around. It's probably because there's a huge Grodbog nest up here. I think your initial statement was you missed the I in iPhone. I figured you meant iPhone when you said that 8 meg phones weren't available anymore. But you can buy Android phones just as cheap and crappy as you'd like. Post signs at the dead ends. I'm just going to hang out here until I, finish Grade Beg Slayer Advanced, and then I'll move on. Probably only have a few hundred more to go. 50 of 100 before I get to Advanced. That's actually further along than I thought I was. Again, if any of the Raiders of the Lost Orcs want to get together and do some group content here in Moria, just pop into chat and let me know. Don't want to call out anybody in particular. Well, this is a dead-end passage, but not one I can post a sign at. Yeah, that was the wrong way to go. Okay, those are all dead. More stuff I don't need or want to fight at the moment. We'll go back up this way and hopefully not aggro too much. Deathman says, put on a Texas drawl and yell and they'll all appear. Hey darling, how are you doing? You want to do some adventuring? I really think this is going to be the year for my cowboys. Ah, here's the third signpost.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom. Abide here a moment and speak with me.
They mined too fast. We'll go check this
Mithril,
out.
It is called by the elves.
Maybe?
True silver in the common tongue, but the dwarves do not share their own secret name. The hope of finding it has led many dwarves to their doom in Moria, for they seldom heed the dire warnings when their hearts yearn for Mithril, cold and bright in the dark.
At the Texas drawl and about the Cowboys. I was trying to decide how accurate I should get. I had a little too much Lone Star last night and I woke up in the middle of a highway median without pants. But I remembered I'm on Lotro stream, so I got to try to keep it classy. Or the always classic, honest officer, I was just trying to help that sheep over the fence. We're just good friends. Or, we're having the same thing for Christmas dinner we have every year, kids. Beef brisket and chili with no beans. And not that there's anything wrong with either of those things. Both beef brisket and chili with no beans are fine things. Just saying, if you're having them for Christmas dinner, you might be in Texas. No, not really. To the best of my knowledge, AllupEnya has never been arrested while trying to help a sheep over a fence. He's a fine, upstanding citizen of the Commonwealth of Texas. And I'll only say that here because he's not around to hear me say it. Anybody reports back to Allup that I said anything that wasn't insulting about him, I'll deny it feverishly. This site is no longer safe for any miner. Except for me, apparently, because I just went in and killed everything. Except for these two. Which I will kill now because there is a Grodbog Slayer deed. Okay. Not a bad menu. Exactly. That is the Jeff Foxworthy of Texas. You might be a Texan if... Yeah, it's a little derivative. I didn't really want to go there. Unless I thought I'd get laughs.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
They mine too fast. Now I am nigh invulnerable, for at 53rd level I shall smite all that stand before me.
We can only hope that Durin's
Find
bane
Sori in
sleeps
the
deeply.
southern tunnels. I already talked to Sori. That's okay. We had Waffle House on Christmas Eve. I once had pizza for Christmas dinner. Waffle House and pizza are both fine dining as well.
These halls will be great once more.
I was quite happy to eat gas station hot dogs for lunch yesterday. I enjoy sashimi or rack of lamb just as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just have to eat gas station hot dogs, even if it is Christmas. Oh, yeah. Whew. Boy, we had a tough Christmas this year. Mrs. Mustafa was sick with either a cold or the flu almost all winter, which is probably one of the things that didn't help her kidney functions. In fact, she was also taking a lot of ibuprofen at the time, which apparently is hard on your kidneys. Now we know. But I remember scrambling Christmas Eve to try to run out and get us anything to eat. And I think I bought like 3 bags of generic off-brand pizza rolls at a Walgreens about a mile from our house right before they closed for Christmas Eve. And I mean, it was the funniest thing. That Walgreens was like the epicenter of the retail universe it was just jam-packed with idiots like me scrambling around trying to buy stuff. And I think we lived off of pizza rolls until stuff started opening up Christmas night again.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves. We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion. We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria. Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Mrs. Mustafa has a knack for going to the store and like buying stuff, and like she'll drop 75 bucks and we'll still end up with nothing edible in the house. She does weird stuff all the time. Like she'll buy lunch meat and no bread, and she'll be like, "Do you want a sandwich?" I'll be like, "Did you get bread?" "Oh, no." And we'll either have cereal or milk, but we'll never have both at the same time. So she'll like buy cereal, and then I have to wait till she goes to the store the next time, and then she'll probably buy milk. And it's just like, and it's still better than me going to the store, so I usually just shut up and don't say anything. There's a reason why we know every restaurant in the city. Mrs. Mustafa has many fine qualities, but cooking and shopping for food are not high on her list. And I think she's completely okay with that, too. Domestic goddessness is not anything she's ever strived for. No pizza apps on your phone? I don't know a lot of pizza places were delivering on Christmas Eve. I didn't think to try it. It probably would have been a 3-hour wait anyway. Plus, it's a weird thing. It's probably a childhood comfort food thing, but I actually like bad frozen pizza rolls. There's just certain food combinations like that. You know, the old comfort food thing. Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. I've had a lot of really good Italian food in my life. I still like Chef Boyardee canned ravioli. 88 cents a can at the supermarket. It's the only thing that hasn't gone up in price in the last 20 years. It's complete crap, but I remember liking it as a kid, so I still do. Add release pet and get a new one. Oh yeah, because he'll be one level higher. I'll probably fall off a cliff and need to get a new one soon anyway. If they strike me down, Cupid will be more powerful than they could know. It is a fair point, though. Goodbye, Cupid. Hello, Cupid. Blue Cupid was making folks sad. Big Ed, what do you think of the update? So far, the update has not adversely affected my 53rd level captain. Deep mines. I was actually telling Sky version 1 earlier. I have not read the notes. I literally just logged in and started playing. Sluggo, I am on Crick Hollow tonight. This is the home of the Raiders of the Lost Orcs kinship, who seem to be forsaking me tonight, except for Mary Rose, who begrudgingly admitted that she might be willing to quest with me if she didn't have to do it alone. Which, in all fairness to her, I mean, the stranger danger is real. I wouldn't want to be alone in a dark cave with me either. You should get a Lossoth Herald. They have more morale. That would be a good idea. I think I can just go to the captain trainer and buy whatever armaments I want. So that might be worth pursuing. Okay, I think I've killed enough deep claw crawlers. Or deep claw gnashers. Or deep claws. Ooh, good, it's Crodbog. Maybe if you give Mary a beer barn voucher. She may have had to head out to the beer barn just to get enough liquid courage to endure my jokes, I'm not sure. Crodbog. This is my highest level captain. For as much as I've played Lotro, I'm not that experienced with captain play. So, appreciate any captain tips that come my way. What are we fighting? There he is. Come on, Cupid, if we run fast enough, we don't have to fight all these stupid deep claws again. There's also a Slayer deed for deep claws. 61 of 100 for basic, so I'm well on my way there as well. There's a lot of Moria and a lot of deep claws, so I don't have to kill them all tonight. Also, good fishing spot here in Moria. I can't fish here because I have my packs full. But if you wanted to fish, you could actually go down there and fish here.
Hello.
Hi! How the heck are you doing, Mary Rose?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I was kind of chuckling when I got the message from Allup. He was like, yeah, maybe you can get Mary Rose and Delarfin and Joe and go do the Grand Stairs. And I was like, perfect, we'll do exactly what you did last week, so everybody will be like, ah, we already saw this, this is boring. And they'll want Allup to come back. How the heck is your week going?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry I missed your fellowship invite. Can you send it again?
Sure. I don't even have to retype it, just arrow up. There we go. Okay, I've got a riddle from Falgarir. At night I come without being fetched. By day, though lost, I am not gone. All know me, but only the ocean heeds my call. Very small rocks.
Do you want me to make my way down there?
I'm probably near a summoning horn. It does kind of beg the question if anybody else wants to join us, and if they did, what would we want to do?
I don't know. I admit I have not done much questing in Moria.
Well, at this point, then chatting and putting a plan together makes as much sense as anything. Although if I wander by a mustering horn, I will give you a holler.
Okay.
I don't know if we can put a three-man together if there's a lot of three-man content in Moria. I think it's mostly designed for full fellowship, isn't it? You can just say, yeah, that sounds about right, and then if I'm wrong, everybody in chat will tell me, so it's okay.
I can't think of really a three-man in Moria.
Although I think Gravity said they did Grand Stairs last week with 4 people.
That is true.
And you were part of it?
I was part of it. I was the only one who could get the instance going because I was on level.
Ah. Well, I'm like 53rd now. I was thinking about skipping ahead to Mordor, but I'll hang out with you guys for a while longer.
Yeah, I'd hold off on Mordor a little bit longer. Yeah, I was looking at the instances I have for Moria, and they're at least 6 mans.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, if we get 4 or 5 people together, we can sure take a run at some stuff, but... Then again, if we just end up knocking out some landscape quests, that's probably not the worst use of our time either. Something is chasing me all the way up the stairs. It is a dragonette. There's a Slayer deed for these stupid things, too. 17 of 100. I am not very far along with those. One of the areas here in Moria I like to come and grind is actually outside on the mountaintop near Durin's Bane. Almost everything out there has a Slayer deed associated with it.
It does.
Worms and wargs and orcs and goblins and dragonettes and
more.
Yeah.
These halls will be great once more. The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
I'm just going to throw some extra LIs away because I know how truly useless they are.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm. These halls will be great once more. We have seen naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
Gravity had popped in very early on to say hello. I think the ambient effect might be kicking in for him because he hasn't said word one. He may have just blacked out right after I started talking. How is your tanking going?
Pretty good, I think. At least somewhat competently.
Well, you've been doing fine on all of the raids I've been along on.
Thank you.
What voice chat were you using? We are on Discord. And if you go to my personal channel, which I'll shamelessly plug by typing !streamer. You can visit my channel to follow my channel. You can visit my channel and type !Discord, and it will give you the link. So you can join my Discord chat groups. You can join voice chat. Although if I'm questing with people, I generally ask that only the people in the group be involved in voice chat. Otherwise, my friend Uger shows up and the rest of us have a hard time getting a word in edgewise. And congratulations to Uger, who has joined the Lotro stream team and can now be seen on this very channel. Last night we were also in Discord, but we were in somebody else's channel. Oh yeah, I'm a captain. I could summon Mary. That's an excellent point, Deathman. Are you in the middle of anything, or would you like to join me in the Silvertine loads?
I can join you. I was just putzing around, not doing much.
Alright, well you can putz around here then.
Or scream and yell at things. I like that.
And crush them with your shield. Are you a sword and border, or do you like two-handed weapons?
I think it depends upon the character I'm on. I do have a lower level guardian, and she likes a two-hander. She wants no shield at this point in time. But this character, if it's fancy looking, she wants it on her arm. So I let her play that way.
I kind of like the idea of a hobbit guardian with a sword bigger than the hobbit.
And the shield is as long as she is tall.
That is also a thing.
The only disadvantage of being so small for a guardian is sometimes you see sights from taller orcs that you don't want to see.
Well, I think everybody has that problem with trolls occasionally. Let me see if I've got anything I can share with you real quick. Oh, you're not eligible. Doggone it.
I must not have completed something.
Gravity is lurking and making dinner. I'm glad you're conscious, Gravity. I was afraid I'd claimed another victim. Oh, I got enough ore. We can head back up. I may stream spreadsheets in space, Deathman. Hang in there. You might get to see that again at some point. The problem with spreadsheets in space is that if you edit enough spreadsheets, it really does start to feel like work after a time. Hi, Puppet Box. Wednesday. I see what you did there. Lexrose, howdy. Yep, she picks up the sword over her head and falls over backwards.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom. Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
I get a swift travel. I'll have to summon you when I get there.
Oh, okay, that works.
I think it puts us back at the deep descent.
The house of Durin will live forever. The day of the dwarves is coming. Hear me out, friend, for I have a tale of glory to tell.
That's one of those handy captain's tips I was asking for earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a captain. I can summon people. I had totally forgotten. Goofy old lady, howdy. Phone killed stream, so Wood's on the computer. Can you give me that link to your stream? Sure. Here's streamer. Here is the freebie this week. Ooh, rapid crafting boost. Gotta love it.
It comes in quite handy.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it, but I had actually turned off my legendary item stuff. Probably because we were raiding and it blocks the raiding information. There we go. Any quests you can pick up here?
Nah, I just have this guy for the epic,
We
and
have
I don't
little
know.
time to speak.
I don't
Great
want to get
events
too
have been
far
set
ahead of
in
my
motion.
other guineas. I did pick up this guy, but I think that's a fellowship.
Yeah. Forgotten Treasury.
Probably.
Looks like it's back to the Chamber of the Crossroads.
Can you take a stable ride?
Yeah.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Looks like we can just ride to the Dolphin View.
Yeah.
That's alright.
I've been stuck at the 21st hall, and you can get from anywhere there, and I kind of forgot.
Oh. There you go. Looks like Wood found the Discord link. Pity they bound, or we could all mail them to Allup. That would be handy.
May Durin return soon
Chamber.
to his halls.
Okay.
I'm too busy to do that. I'm always amazed at the things you can or can't do while you're riding a stable master's horse.
Or demoralized.
Or
Like,
demoralized.
I'm not
yeah.
doing anything. I can open my bags. Well, I just got 5 low true points.
Nice. Exploration deed?
Yep.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him. I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
Are you picking up all of these, or are you turning them in?
Picking up.
Perhaps soon we shall
Okay.
stand face to face with Lord Balin. Perhaps soon we will toast our victory.
This is
against
actually where I am
dogs
at
of
in the
Mordor.
natural landscape progression. Except for these up here, of course, which come later. Have you gotten your well-traveled yet?
No, I have. Well, not on this character.
I think I did that to end the stream the last time I played Dire Dan. Looks like a lot of stuff I mailed out to people came back.
No.
Well, You know, when I started moving the schedule around, we'd been playing real regularly with Cookie Mama and Desert Owl and Magical Ducky on Fridays. And that got kind of gummed up when we switched to Wednesdays to run with AllupEnya guys. And then I don't think they've been on since I switched Friday nights to burglaring. So we're actually talking about switching it back, and I'll probably find another night to do burgling stuff. So what are we looking for? Supply crates, destroy the drums. We got to go this way. I'm leading us the wrong direction. That's why reading is so important. But Cookie Mom was just finishing up getting her teaching certification. She is now a certified special education teacher, and congratulations to the Cookie Mama. And there's a decent chance that if I ever get another Friday night off, you might see the old gang back together. So that should be fun if we can get that to happen.
That would be.
Wood had Lotro stream up twice and was getting a horrible echo. Yeah, Mrs. Mustafa has to suffer through just being able to hear me once. She finds that insufferable. Epic Ooger, how are you, bud? I was just talking about you. Congratulations again on joining the stream team. Hope you're having a good night. I started to walk away and I was all like, yeah, Cupid and Mary Rose will be able to handle that bat. And then it was like, oh yeah.
It's only a bat.
Well, still, it's like if we're in a fellowship, I shouldn't be all like, yeah, that bat's not targeting me.
I got heavy armor.
Fair enough. Me too. Plus, I'm kind of excited. I think a champion or a captain and a guardian together should be able to kill almost as fast as a solo champion.
Between us, yes. And I'm running Redline tonight. I wanted to test out how it felt.
I've heard guardians actually got some love.
They did.
Well,
at least for Redline. For, tanking purposes, I don't know. I'll find that out better when we're actually doing raids.
Bob Ross is the stream to go to for naps.
You realize there are 1,600 to 2,000 people watching that at any point in time.
That's because Bob Ross is awesome.
And his happy little mistakes.
Yeah, Uger says, I'm having a good night. I was going to take a nap because of a headache, but this stream will help with that, so. Welcome to the Ambien channel. Ooh, we got a conscripted guard. I was laughing a few weeks ago. I was watching, somebody was talking about tips for new Twitch streamers on a YouTube video. And they were like, yeah, if you're going to get a webcam, I know the Logitech C920 is popular. But you should really get the 922 instead. It's basically the same camera, but it'll do 60 frames per second instead of 30. I was kind of laughing because I think my head moves all of about 2 inches during the whole stream. It's like, I don't think it really matters what the frame rate is on my webcam. Oh, we don't have a quest to kill these conscripted guards yet, do we?
No, but they already...
But we do in the Hall of the High Stair. I'm getting pointed back this direction, actually. Find and talk to Crumb. I think we did pass by Crumb. Let me know if you've got a different arrow.
No, mine's pointing this way.
Bob Ross pays more attention to his chat than Ed used to. Hi, Zinger.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
Ooh. We have discovered Knick-Knack Faltor.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Look at you stunning the goblin.
Nice.
Come on, Crumb.
He literally is a crummy NPC.
We cannot push any further. Those two goblins in that bat are too deadly. We must turn back. Okay, so we got to destroy the drums and defeat goblins in the Hall of the High Stairs. I think we passed the stairs up to the Hall of the High Stairs, so it should be close by. Gravity's cooking dinner. He couldn't join us. Uh-oh.
There was a little bit of lag.
Yeah. I had this weird thing going where everything's fine, and then all of a sudden about 30 minutes into the stream I get a disconnect. And it only seems to affect OBS and Lotro. Everything else stays up and running. I don't get a total disconnect from the ISP or anything. But for some reason those two apps quit. And it's annoying because then your stream's in 2 parts, and if you're going to upload it to YouTube, nobody wants to watch the first 30 minutes of a 2-part stream. So if I were the Hall of the High Stairs, where would the way up be? I think it's back this way because that's the way the arrow's pointing. It's all very confusing.
Especially in Mario, when it could be that direction, but it's levels below or levels above you.
Yep. Also a problem. Fantastic, I walked us into a dead end.
The first character who ever got out of Moria was the 3rd character I put through Moria, and she wore her easily lost title proudly the whole way.
I think we have to go back to the west a hair, so we probably need to go north and then jog back to the south.
Okay.
Good point, Uger. This is leading back down for some reason. Oop, I'm dropping loot. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, maybe we're already up because we took the ramp. There we go. The Hall of the High Stairs is actually down from where we were already at. So we need to kill 9 more goblins and wreck 5 more drums. Oh good, the riders count as goblins kills too. That should shorten that up a little. Ed, are you going to do No Shave November again this year? Uker, Mrs. Mustafa hates my beard way too much for me to not grow it back. That will be a thing again. Plus, with all that gray hair on my face, it's a lot easier to get senior discounts places.
No.
So how do you prefer your Mustafas there, Mary Rose? Clean shaven, bearded, or do you just put a post-it note over my webcam regardless of the time of year?
I find if it really bothers me, I'll just sort of listen to the stream. I won't watch it.
Okay.
I figure you're the one that has to deal with how it feels. Anybody else can just sort of close their eyes. Although I think that, you know, if you live in a very cold environment, a beard might come in very handy for warmth.
It is like having a scarf stuck to your face. It's very warm.
One more drum.
This goblin has very unwisely chosen to defend his drum to the death. So thank you for that steel token, Mr. Goblin, and for making the wrong choice.
Yeah. Oh, we completed the whole quest. Sweet.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of check marks. We can head back to the chamber. Which is actually down this way, the way we did not come. Another good fishing spot right here at this corner. That's what I need, is a special pack called a fishing creel that will hold a half a dozen fish, and that's the only thing you can put in it, so I quit running out of bag space and can't fish. There are 3 things that I wish for in all of Lotro. The legendary library cards, so you can instantly teleport straight to Elrond's library. Would have saved hundreds of hours off of my playing time by now. The fishing creel basket that I just described, and then my 3rd wish for Lotro greatness would be a filing cabinet that you can have in your vault, and it will store an unlimited amount of single-use recipes. So I've got a couple of characters. If you've got a metalsmith tailor and you try to keep extra copies of single-use recipes, it's impossible. There are way too many.
Wait, yes. And then you find out you've got 5 of one and you need another that you don't have, and there's none on the auction.
Yep. Yep, you want to be clean-shaven and presentable for your stream, Ooger. That's a good idea. Also, remember, you'll get a much smoother, closer shave if you use shaving cream, particularly from the waist down. Good luck with that, my friend. Mrs. Mustafa has made it home, and she has brought the glorious gift of pizza, and I think she's serving it to me on a plastic frisbee. Is this a frisbee, a plate, or both?
You went to a movie?
Yeah.
Where?
Actually, Mrs. Mustafa was shooting baseball, and my niece and nephew were both busy today, so I went and saw Deadpool by myself up the street. We have an AMC multiplex with 14 screens about, 3 blocks away. So, I just went and saw Deadpool and hung out. Deadpool 2, I should say.
Was it good?
What did you...
I found it laugh out loud funny, and since it was Wednesday afternoon, 2 weeks after the movie opened,
You were the only one.
I had the whole theater to myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to see a movie.
You are ill-equipped to venture into
Well, I want to see it.
I enjoyed it. I'm sure we'll get it on video, honey. Mrs. Mustafa usually falls asleep 10 minutes after I start a movie
Are you
anyway.
streaming? Because you don't have your... Why is there an airplane in the trash?
An airplane in the trash? Oh, there's a bunch of airplanes in the trash. I was also cleaning out the garage earlier today.
Good. Do we have any room or no?
Just room for more airplanes, which was the whole point.
Uh-huh. This is funny.
I'll throw some monstrous stuff away. I've got all kinds of junk I probably don't need.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Ooh, I just bumped up working on Ally to the Iron Garrison Guards.
Nice.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him. The Lords of Moria have returned!
There's a meta deed for helping all three of his friends.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Talk to Listine at the
Many
entrance to
foundlings dwell in the depths
Zurich
of the
Ziegel.
mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles. Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
We have little time to speak. Great events
Mapping the
have been set in
winding
motion.
way.
Perhaps soon we will toast our
Talk
victory
to
against the
Kalman
orcs
at the
of
door to the
Moria.
clouds.
Ooh, hold on. I need to pick him up.
No worries.
Just trying to mail some stuff, that was all.
That's why I'm calling him out, just to make sure we're on the same page.
I think I got them.
I'm like, I wonder if I have anything for task item turn in. First thing on the board, barbed claws. It's like, yeah, I think that dog will hunt. I got me some barbed claws. Charming sheaths. Not enough of those. Polished sheaths, I do have a few. Thank you, Dragonettes. Oh, and I'm sure I got plenty of creepy filth, too. And not just stored on my hard drive. Task item reached, 10 out of 10.
Why is my computer on?
Oh, because I was installing the new Lotro updates on your PC as well as mine.
Because I need them?
If mine blows up, I have to be able to play, honey.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think that's necessary.
Mrs. Mustafa doesn't know it yet. I'm already plotting a PC upgrade for her. She's still running an old Athlon 2 X3 triple-core processor with a platter hard drive. And it probably still seems fast to her, but after being on my machine, it's like I went to fix something on hers a week or two ago, and it's like, yeah, I need to get this thing and start over. Email, more loot. I did not free up a lot of pack space with task item turn-ins, unfortunately.
You are ill-equipped to venture into Khazad-dûm.
And apparently Sori thinks we are ill-equipped to explore Khazad-dûm. I like that you can come back here loaded up on a 115 with, you know, like all Light of Ariandel armor and jewelry, and your LI's maxed out, and they'll still tell you that. You're ill-equipped to venture into Khazad-dûm. Really? Because I could slaughter all of you without even blinking. Not that I would, though, because dwarves are our friends.
They're misguided, but they do need help.
Yep. I just sold a tailoring scroll. I forgot. I am a tailor. However, I'm not a supreme tailor. Which surprises.
I've only got the master, but I've been really working on my metalsmith.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I'm a Westfold metalsmith. And we're still...
Me too.
10 levels away from finding any Skarn, Kalinard Skarn.
Yeah, but all we have to do is just sort of boogie our way through Moria to Lothlorien, and then you can just go down the Great River and just kind of be careful.
True enough. You want to map the Winding Way, or should we go to the Door of the Clouds?
I have a preference. I know where the map of the clouds are. I mean, Door of the Clouds.
Well, let's go map the Winding Way, and if you haven't tagged the Stable Master, that would be a good opportunity. Now we may as well walk it if we have to stop every time we're going to draw our map. Ed, can I get into your Discord for moral support? I actually mentioned you by name earlier to suggest that if you're not part of the group that's adventuring Ughur, you should probably avoid chat so that you don't disrupt communication. Not that you would ever do that, of course. I was speaking hypothetically about other people. I was just making a joke about filth on my hard drive, Uger. There's actually a funny story about Mrs. Mustafa checking my PC for smut that I can't actually tell right now, so. I caught her checking my browser history, so I pulled a funny on her. Samurai Chick says, should I get this game? Absolutely you should get this game. It's a great
Try
MMO.
it out.
Yeah.
Try it out. You can start out free to play. You'll get a good feel if you like it. And if you don't, then no money lost. But there are lots of things to do in game. You can, if you get tired of killing, you can craft, you can literally go fishing in the game. People put on in-game concerts, so you can just socialize. Lots of fun things to do.
That's a nice mature player base. There's great storytelling as you follow the storylines in the game. And if you're a fan of Tolkien at all, it's a wonderfully faithful realization of the world he created. Give or take the Earthkin. Excuse me.
First time I saw those, I was scared to death.
Are they friend or foe the first time you run into Earthkin?
Well, I was afraid because I learned what purple meant after I learned what purple meant.
Oh, okay.
And so they're big, tall. What are they going to do to me? And it turns out those ones weren't.
Hey, Mort, how are you? Mortumbra in the house. As long as we're here updating our maps, I'll give a couple of quick shout outs to my fellow Lotro Stream team members. Tired and heading to bed soon.
That's what I did last night.
Yeah, Mort streams on Tuesday evenings and Uger's Thursday nights. Or I'm wrong, one of the two. We have to stop and dismount to update our drawings, so we're just kind of jogging this out. And if you're thinking about growing an epic beard, Uger, Mort would be a great role model for you. His facial hair puts mine to shame. Some might argue that I shaved my beard just because there's no point in even trying to compete with Mort. Facial hair is not really a competition. It's to each their own. Allup didn't manage to get killed last night.
In the Cappy?
Apparently
I'm trying
not.
to remember which kin.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The all in the buff kin. Or is the all in the buff kin. Hi, Pulu. Gravity is cooking dinner, and Joe Haynes and Maiden of Rohan and Kryles and Delarfin are all missing in action. It's alright. I foolishly announced that I would be hosting tonight, so most people probably just went, oh, I guess I'll go wash my hair. Mary Rose was kind enough to log in and keep me company, though.
Can't do much, but I can look cute.
Adorbs. Thankfully, there's no broken glass inside of Moria since you're running around barefoot.
Trust me, when I go up against trolls, I'm hiding my steel-toed boots on my, so that way they don't see it and my feet don't get hurt.
That's our last sketch. We have mapped it. And did you need the stable master, or have you been here before?
I think I got it because I drank from the Moria keg the first time and I landed up on top.
Nice. Did you really?
I did.
I don't think I've ever gotten teleported to the hidden tavern here.
This is the only character that's ever done that.
There is a
only hope that
tavern
Dorian's
here
Bane sleeps deeply.
that is up in the rafters somewhere, and the only way to get to it is to be teleported here by the Moria keg.
Mm-hmm.
I'd heard somebody make reference to it on an old podcast, and I thought they were kidding.
In Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Like, nah, that can't possibly be real. Turned out it's real. Okay, I've got a quest for some mirrors, but I say we go back, turn in the sketch, and then we'll go do the what is it? The why am I blanking?
There's a Door to the Clouds and there's Zurich Ziggle.
Door to the Clouds. Door to the Clouds fell off my 5 list.
Okay, so go to the Chamber of the Crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yes. I just want to make certain I
Dwarves
went to
must
the right
fight for
place.
dwarves.
I had problems with somebody else picking the wrong stable master's horse last night, so.
Well, there's no big deal if I had done that, I could have just dismounted and come back.
Mortumbra is over 2 years since a shave to the skin and still going strong. Stuck between 2 rocks, it happens, Uger. I'm not gonna lie, this pizza is fantastic, and if you don't have a slice of pizza right now, I pity you.
I had some KFC tonight, so I am quite content.
Other than popcorn at the movie, I went out to the airfield today and had lunch with the old guys. I had a brat and a burger and some macaroni salad at like 11 o'clock. So I was ready to eat.
It actually sounds delicious.
Oh, and then I love the price of movies these days. I went to a matinee, so it was like $5.50 for a ticket, or $5.75, and then it was $15 for a soda and popcorn.
Yes.
It was like, that's outrageous, and the kid behind the counter said, "We have Coke Zero," and I said, "Here's my money." No price is too high for Coke Zero, so.
If I'm desperate for something to drink, I'll get the bottled water, which I don't like because of the price. But the only other thing that agrees with me is Sprite. But if I'm starving, I do love those Freshetta pizzas. I figure I'm going to spend money. I'm going to enjoy every single mouthful.
Apulu, order pizza and get it delivered immediately or you'll regret it.
I did not mean to make Apulu hungry.
That's okay. Epic Uger had a cheeseburger hot pocket. More Tumber's counting off the Edmandments. Again, they're Tedments, not Edmandments. They're only suggestions. You're not required to follow all of them. But we can count them off. So far, I have done inventory management, task item turn-ins, and I've eaten on camera. So we've got 3 of the 5 knocked out. And fireworks is kind of the unwritten 6th Edmandment, and we did plenty of fireworks to open up. So I got my anniversary box, and I was like, oh, I'm out of pack space. I have to shoot all these fireworks off.
Oh,
These
that's for
halls
the
will be
guys.
great once more.
I know that sounded stupid. I apologize.
That's
All these
okay.
dwarves look the same.
It's hard to keep track of them, to be honest.
Just for them.
It is hoped that Balin's company discovered Mithril.
I'll shoot off some fireworks.
There you go. I think Mrs. Mustafa brought home Little Caesars.
I do like the marketing strategy. We have Papa John's here. I love the love at 425 degrees. I don't know about the pizzas, but I love the jingle.
Okay, I'm back to like 5 open pack spaces. I am ready to roll.
I look at my inventory and I think I've been crafting because that's what 90% of my junk is.
Exactly. See you, Mort. Have a good one. Singer says they're not a huge fan of sneaking a popcorn popper into the theater, alas. It does make a lot of noise, so... Sorry, you were saying?
My sister got me addicted to getting M&Ms and putting them in my popcorn.
Oh, and they'd get all melty?
I do not recommend it. It's so good.
Yeah. That would be good. Apulu already made dinner, so no pizza for Apulu then. I bring soup in my pockets when I go to the theater. Why soup? Hopefully Mortumber will more than attempt to sleep. Hopefully he will succeed. It's tasty, but it leaks from my pockets.
What's in your pockets is precious.
Soup.
Soup.
Well, howdy.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Would you care to join Mary Rose and myself?
I'm trying to log in. My client is being difficult.
Well, there's a little bit of an update to download.
Oh, I've been in since the update, but...
Well, it can't be too bad if you haven't rage quit then.
No.
I've got about, I think, another 10 minutes or so.
Okay. I think Allup's normally done about this time anyway. I don't know if there's anybody on after him or not.
Not usually.
He tends to not eat on camera, so this is normally the time of night where he's like, I'm so hungry, I have to go get food. Which is why I just go ahead and eat on camera, because then I can play and stream for as long as I like. You guys just have to sit and listen to me chew.
You don't want to hear me eating. You just don't. I mean, hungry habit.
At least it'll give me an opportunity to mail Mary some more stuff.
How's your week been going, Joe?
It's been going okay. Physical therapy's kind of, well, it's less than ideal, but, you know. The therapist likes to bend me in awkward positions.
Yeah, when you were in college, you'd have paid extra for that kind of treatment.
You know, that's she swears my shoulder's supposed to go that direction, but I'm thinking not so much.
Yeah, nothing makes you feel alive quite like blinding, searing pain.
Exactly.
The most wonderful experience I ever had was, unfortunately, when I went to the ER last year, and they gave me a shot of Dilaudid, and then they took me up to my room and I rode the elevator, and I was so happy, and I'm like, I'm so sad this elevator ride just stopped.
Mary, you should clean up these scar nodes.
Go right ahead. You take
sure?
the one up there, I'll take this one.
Alright, there's two up top.
You can have both.
I've been questing with Dio Papa, so I'm trying to be good and share. He's like a two-legged vacuum running across the landscape. I might make a rule where I only play scholars when I play with him from now on. He's like, you don't understand, I've got like 28 characters on Arkenstone and they all need crafting materials. It's like, okay. Kryles, howdy.
Hello, Kryles.
Malin, hello. I'm just a poor substitute for AllupEnya, who will hopefully rejoin us all next week.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
You're good over there?
No, actually I'm starving and I want to eat pizza, and Mary Rose has to go, so this might be a good place to call it, actually.
All right, then.
Yeah. The time has come.
I love you all dearly, but I'm going to go eat pizza and hang out with my wife. Because as much as you guys might love me back, none of you bring me pizza.
Well, of course not. That means we'd have to share.
Exactly. So, Mary Rose, thank you very much for the company. Joe, good to hear from you. I think I'm working next Wednesday, so you guys will get to enjoy an Ed-free adventure, and then hopefully I'll be back the following Wednesday. Matter of fact, I've got another stretch at work where I'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 hours overnight each night. But then I get Monday off, except I don't really get it off because I work until 6 a.m. But then I go back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But that means that, except for this Friday, a week from Friday, I'll be back here on Lotro Stream as well. So I'm eventually just going to have to figure out a broadcast location from at work, and then I can kill two birds with one stone. Because it's one thing to sit at work and blow off what I'm supposed to be doing, but to not have anything fun to do instead, that's no good. So, yeah, I will enjoy the Za Zinger. Good to hear you. Glad you made it. Kryles, that's okay. Glad you at least popped in to say hello. Geeks Tour, thanks for coming by. Epic Uger, always a pleasure. Anyway, sorry to cut it off early, Malin. I was on for quite a while last night, so yeah, I'm ready to take a break. And I will tell the missus he said hello, Uger. Let's see if there's anybody on who can be hosted.
Excuse me.
Bloodborne is starting his Mordor Warden in a minute. So that sounds like a good person to host. Stay tuned for Bloodborne. We'll go over and raid and say hello. And why am I getting an Xbox commercial? I see Bloodborne. Okay, let's all go say hi to Bloodborne, and thanks for coming by. Dum 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 dum. Da 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 da.
I like the original series, TV series.
Which TV series?
Isn't it Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with, I forget who the first guy was. He's black-haired, and then I liked Peter Graves.
Yeah. I was going to say who the other guy was, but now Bloodborne's up. That's okay, we can still chat.
Ooh, hey, train. Get rid of a sentence.
I gave it an AllupEnya raid.
The host in a raid, taking my people. Who's on stream tonight? Hey, what's up, Booger? How you doing, man?
Great host, you say?
AllupEnya. What's up, Allup? I thought you weren't streaming tonight, dude.